Welcome to an episode of Let's Eat Orlando with
Having
Amy, Drew, and Biggie.
an episode.
Hope everyone's doing well. I know it's been a little bit of a hiatus. That's what summer happens. How are we doing, Amy, Drew?
We are doing great, and it is nice to see your face, my friend.
Good to see you too. I'm
Yeah.
always a fun, always my favorite part of being able to do this.
Biggie was
I
busy. He went and ate lobster rolls without me in Maine
I
and in
did.
other places, presumably. Did you have any Connecticut style lobster rolls while in New
I
England?
so my wife and daughter like Connecticut style over the Maine style,
A
or
lot of
the
people do.
Yeah. They like it warm and they like it with butter and they don't want as much mayo and this and that. I don't, it's all good. Ironically, a friend of mine, Bobby Wesley, who is in Orlando and he does a lot of fringe stuff. He was at a few weeks after I had come, I've been since we've been back. He went to Portland, Maine as well to do Portland Fringe, and so I told him about where I ate, and he ended up going somewhere where I was like, I'm now sharing with my friends that are scheduled to go to Maine in Portland, Maine in October, because I told him I went to what is it called, like Bites on Maine,
Hmm.
and it's like they're a small thing, but they have like food trucks and they have like different locations. And I ate one near a lighthouse, and it was the first thing I ate, and it was absolutely delicious. But he went to one place called High Rollers that does lobster rolls, and they
I think
do
I've heard of high rollers. I think that they're a little bit famous.
yes, and they do lobster roll flights. So he had four
Oh.
mini lobster rolls with different types of butter, like ghee and like all this other stuff. And I was like, what?
Nice.
I'm like, I go, man, I was living wrong. I was like, I was living wrong. I'm like,
There's no wrong way. That's probably,
but
I bet you that people that live in Maine are like, oh, that's tourist crap. You just got to go
yeah,
to snack
for
down at the
sure.
street.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what it is. And we did. We even ate at like a little diner, like a little diner shack, because as much as I want to eat all that stuff, like when we were in New England, like, I'm like, everyone's like, oh my God, you must have been eating lobster rolls every day. I'm like, no, I kind of had lobster rolls here and there. And I wanted to have other things to eat. I'm like, just because I'm like, you get to a point where you're like, I don't know. I just like I like a little variety. So I ate a lot of seafood, but I like a little variety. So that's what I did when I was around all the different places I got to visit up north.
Um, it's been a while since I've been to Maine, but every place I went was basically like a shack that I could have knocked over myself
Yes.
if I tried even just a little bit. And they were all good. I did not eat any of the warm ones when I was in Maine. I just ate, the traditional cold lobster roll, and I had no complaints. What I didn't do that I wish that I had done is that I saw driving that McDonald's had lobster rolls. Yeah, they had lobster
Really?
rolls in McDonald's. Yeah, there was a lot of fun regional things in McDonald's, like around the world. Like when I was in Japan, I meant to go there, and there were a couple of items that I wanted to try because they don't have them anywhere. But I never ended up making it in. They even had a shake that was like a seasonal shake for some holiday in Japan that was going on that I meant to try, and I just got distracted and I didn't. But yeah, I meant to try the McDonald's lobster roll if they still have it. This was a long time ago.
Yeah, I did. I definitely did not. I did eat quite a little bit of everything, but it was good. I got to go to Ben and Jerry's, got to have some ice cream
But did
at
you go to
different
the I
places.
went there to the mothership?
Yep, yep. Went to
Yeah,
the
I went
mothership, got a
for me last
tour,
before COVID.
and got to do all that, and that was fun. And then got to do, yeah. I mean, it was a blast. I love it. And the best part about it is whenever my wife now, since we'll tie it into Orlando, whenever my wife comes back and goes, oh man, I really want a lobster roll, I'll just go like, hey, we'll just go to Naughty Lobster and get a lobster roll because they're
Get the
from
big one.
get the $200 one. I think it's like $200.
Well, let's
That
go with
big
a bunch of
one.
people.
Yeah, you just
And
go with
cut
a
it up.
bunch of people and just cut it and go with it. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's kind of what I would do if I jokingly told her that when we were talking, because she's like, oh, are you gonna talk about lobster rolls? And she's like, oh, I could go for one. I was like, well, we could go to I go we can go to Naughty Lobster and get one if you want.
Um, yeah, there's a lot of places for. I mean, I've done a
Yeah.
few lobster roll stories here. Um, be on the lookout. I'll be doing a piece about grouper and grouper sandwiches.
Really?
Yes,
I
because the
love a good
governor
grouper
talked
sandwich.
about grouper sandwiches, so it's tipped me to. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pull the string on this sweater and see what happens. So,
Well, can I just ask? I'll ask a quick question about it. I know you have an article about it, but and maybe you'll answer, maybe you
well,
won't.
I will. I haven't
Um,
written.
do you are you when you do grouper? I think I know the answer to this, but I still want to ask it. Some people will ask for like a fried to do it fried. Some will do it blackened. How do you have a preference? Grilled? How do you have like? How do
They're
you like your
all
grouper?
good, and I like all of them. So there's no, I don't have a preference. I usually just do grilled because I don't need fried. It's just more calories. Delicious, but I don't need it. And blackened, I'm very particular. Like I feel like most places over blacken things, and then I can't taste the fish. So I just like it grilled. Grouper. If it's good grouper, if it's well cooked, it's delicious.
Yeah,
It doesn't really need anything.
yeah.
So that's what I usually do. But I like all of those iterations.
No, I love it. I love it. Where you did a little bit of traveling too, because I know you celebrated a birthday and you got to enjoy some ballpark franks and things like that.
Yeah, that
Um,
was fun. It was a big week of eating. It wasn't anything like out of the ordinary, but like I ate pizza a few times and I went to the ballpark for dollar hot dog night. I went over to see the Clearwater Threshers, which is like the Phillies
okay,
uh, minor league team, and they were playing. They played the Blue Jays, which are the Blue Jays. They don't do the superfluous name thing. The Blue Jays just have the Blue Jays. The Phillies have the Threshers, which makes it like a little more local. But yeah, they do like it's like dollar hot dogs and dollar domestic drafts and reduced prices on other things. So yeah, I'm good for a dollar hot dog.
heck
It's
yeah.
just, how could you not? You
I did
know?
a dollar hot dog last time I was when I was out for a work thing in Texas, and my coworkers thought I was nuts because we were like in this beautiful suite, and but I found out that it was like dollar dog night, and you could bring your dog to the thing to the ballpark. And I'm like, I gotta go down and get a dog. But they're like, but we got all this like amazing food. I'm like, I don't care, I still gotta go get a dollar dog. I was like, and they're like, it's not even that good. I'm like, I don't care, I still gotta get a
Oh,
dog.
it's not bad though for a buck.
Yeah,
I mean, on another night, you'd probably pay, I don't know what the normal price is because I
yeah,
don't go there on
yeah.
normal price night. But they do. They have it's so funny. It's like you ask for like a hot dog and they're like, "Oh, two hot dogs is $2." And then you get Cracker Jack because you have to get that because it's a baseball game. It's like 4.75 for a little bag.
You're like, I'll just get another hot dog. I'll just get another.
No, I always have to. I always figure what I'm saving on the hot dogs that I wouldn't normally buy, you know. But it's a great little ballpark, Baycare ballpark. It's a great little
I've
ballpark.
never been, but it sounds like a
It's
lot of
nice.
fun.
It's got a big bar. Speaking of grouper sandwiches, I think Frenchie's runs the bar
Oh,
there.
okay.
They have a big full bar. They got lots of beer that you don't have to get domestic. I figured I would try. What did I try? I tried something. It was all right. It was a buck. What am I, like how much can I expect?
Yeah, I did drink. I will say that I did drink as much blueberry type stuff in Maine and other places. If I found like a blueberry soda, blueberry ale, like whatever was there, like local, like north, in the Vermont or New Hampshire, Rhode Island, I was just like, "What's your local beer? Like, what am I getting?" And I'm like,
I always do that too.
"Yeah,
It's funny because my daughter went to Maine with her friend's family, and she brought me back a little tiny jar of wild blueberry preserves and a little knife that had like a blueberry handle
I
as a
love it.
gift. Yeah, so I have a
I love
little bit of blueberry stuff. It's like a little jar. It's almost done.
Very nice.
It was
What
good.
I know we got some catching up to do, but I know there's some things that we kind of wanted to chat about food related wise. One of them was you had mentioned to me and I kind of wanted to know more about Sake Sumi. Was one of the
Yeah,
ones that you
I
had
want to go
talked
to
about.
Yeah, Benjamin Coots, who is our very own Michelin awarded sommelier. Um, he is, I mean, he knows a lot about a lot of beverages, but he really just, I've learned so much about sake from him over the years. But he started this new thing, Sake Sumi, and he has a vision for what it could be, but for now, it's these fabulous sake events. This one that just happened at Digress Wine, which is like one of the best wine bars. It's just the most chill, cool place. Also a bottle shop, so you can go in there and buy. Very cool people, very unpretentious. You do not have to know anything about wine. You can go in there and just say, I like wine that's XYZ, and they will steer you in the right direction and the right price point. They had this event there. It was, I think it was $50, 5 different sakes to taste, and they had some bar snacks and things like that, like little Japanese snacks, which we can also talk about because I had some fun stuff this past weekend. And I highly recommend it. I've not gone to a Sake Sume event. This was the first one, but I have been to sake dinners that he helped host, and he's just a well of fabulously friendly newcomer welcome knowledge. And it's really more like a conversation. You know, it's very chill. He used this really fun term, and he said, I feel like we've lost analog as you and I sit here and talk through the magic of digital technology. But I feel him, you know, like scratchy records that you can hear the love on the record, you know, face to face conversations. And this is so fun for us because we don't get to see each other as often. And we've been trying to do that more, but it matters. And so having like these face to face events that are more analog, you know, more scratchy cassettes and mixtapes
Heck yeah.
than perfectly curated digital music. So
No, I totally agree with that. And that's kind of and that's kind of one of the nice things when you go and eat out and stuff like that. You get to do more of that. Put the phone away and just kind of try
hopefully,
to have conversation so you're not all doom scrolling at a table. That's one thing that I love to do. Like I'm one of those where I tend to look I tend to not. I tend to keep my phone in my pocket, and then I just kind of like to look around. But I'll admit, I kind of eavesdrop sometimes, and I want to hear other conversations, or if I see like other people, and I'm like people watching, and then I'll be like, hey, do you think these two are like on a date? Like, what date do you think this is? Like, I'll just kind of like have that conversation. I'm one of those. Yes, I am one of those. And a lot of times I'll do that, and then of course Kristen and Bella will kind of sometimes will be like, because if I see something, I'm like, ooh, that looks good. Because that's the other thing I'll do. Like I'll scout the roof if it's like something I've
you'll
never
be
eaten
doing the
at.
FOMO,
Yeah, like the
the
FOMO
FOMO.
or the ooh, what is that? And then sometimes I'll even stop the waiter and be like, what is that? What did you just bring out? Like, what was
Yeah,
that?
that
Like
was
that's what
something
I
that
want.
the manager said, "Grab that
Yeah.
thing we serve in the pineapple and walk it through the dining room and
Lock
see if
it.
anybody
Yeah.
orders."
So see who likes it. See who likes it. That'll be me. I'd be like, what is that? What's in that? What's in that?
Definitely.
Um, yeah, no, I totally get that. I totally get that. I know you've eaten at some other I've intrigued to find out of because I know we've talked burgers and I know there's a lot of burgers out there, but I know you have one that you've kind of liked recently.
Oh, beef and
That
buns.
was yes, beef and bun, which I know is a smash burger, which typically you're okay with smash burgers. I know you like usually kind of like more the full patty type burger, but this is a smash burger and you ate at beef and bun. I want to know a little bit more about
It's
that.
beef and buns. There's more
Beef
than
and
one
buns.
bun.
Okay,
It's
good.
beef and buns. Yeah, I it's not that I don't like smash burgers. I like them fine. I just feel like it's been this super trendy thing, and I'm just kind of like, oh, smash burgers. They're good, but like it's just a lot. But I've heard good things about this place for a while. It's taken me a while to get there. So I finally got to go. These burgers are so good. They're so beautifully seasoned. The meat there, everything there is halal. So if that's the way you eat normally, then great. Some people don't eat that way for religious reasons, but they just love the quality of the meat and they look for it. So for those people, this is a halal burger joint. They also have halal chicken, and the food was really excellent. It was like one of those, the bun is like this perfect size, not too much bun, like just big enough that you can hold a double. Like even with my little tiny raccoon paws, I can hold a double burger and it doesn't fall out of my hand. Um, and just everything they make all their sauces. It was a really and it's a cute little place, so very nice experience. So if you're a burger person, I even wrote to Seth. I wrote to Burger Beast. I was like, you got to try this place when you come up.
Where is it located at? And the other thing is like what was it like? Was there something about it like the crispy edges, the
It
onions,
had
the
the crispy edges. It was just really nicely seasoned. The sauce, they had this. I tried one called the Karachi Fire, which had like a cashew sauce on it, like a cashew cheese sauce on it. That was really, really good. That's kind of like it's sort of very traditional, except for this other um And I think it has two cheeses on it, like American and something else. I can't remember. But then the other one that I really loved was the fungi burger. So it had these very thin sliced sauteed portobello mushrooms on it and a garlic aioli, garlic mayonnaise, or as everybody in the restaurant business likes to call
Aioli.
it, aioli, because it's very fancy. Yeah, super fancy. It's garlic mayo.
It's
Um,
mayo,
yeah,
folks.
it's good. It's
Yeah.
good. They make it, but whatever. So they make all their sauces. They have really good. This would be like if we ever do like a local chicken thing, like we've done the chains. So maybe next year our follow up is local. I would definitely want to bring you here to taste the chicken. Really well done. And I had it on what they call dirty fries. So it's like a bowl of fries. They put the chicken tenders on it. They put a big scoop of coleslaw in it, bunch of pickles, tons of sauces, and they just stick a fork in it. And they're like, here.
That sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, it's tenders and fries, but they just basically throw it all in a bowl
Yeah.
and you
It's
just
like
go to
a,
town.
and they call it a dirty, they call it dirty
Dirty fries.
fries.
Dirty fries. I
So
mean,
it's
it's
kind of almost like a garbage plate type of style of
it's like
thing.
nachos. It fries
Yeah.
like nachos.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that.
Whatever. It's all the same
I love
stuff.
it.
They just put it in one spot.
Yeah, I love it. It's all going to go in one spot anyhow. So I love that.
Exactly.
I'm,
So yeah,
I'm,
very good. I would recommend it if you're in the mood for a burger. I don't know. It's probably about where is it? Is it off John Young? It's like maybe like 10 minutes from Universal,
okay.
I would say. And yeah, it was really good. And they're expanding. They've been doing so well that they're taking over. There was an Amscot next to them, and they're expanding into the space because the Amscot moved out.
Oh, so they're expanding, not expanding to more locations, just expanding to go bigger.
They are actually looking at other locations. I believe they're going to go to St. Pete next, but I think first things first is oh no, maybe not St. Pete. Temple Terrace?
Okay.
Something in the Tampa,
Yeah, it's
more
in the Tampa area.
Yeah, something like that. The story should say so, I think. I think Temple Terrace. So yeah,
Okay.
they're looking over there, but they are making this place bigger. It's going to go from like 40 seats to like 120 seats or something.
Are their fries good? I'm always kind of curious
Well,
on their
the funny
fries.
thing was the fries were good. They did tell me that they used to do hand cut fries, like they used to do the fries in house. But they've been so busy and understaffed. They've recently switched to a high quality frozen fry. And when they staff back up, they have intent to go back to doing the fries in house. But the fries were fine. I'm always more about, obviously, if it's exceptionally good, the fries were good. I will say something, but it's for me, I'm going there for burgers.
Burgers.
And
I agree.
burgers were really good. I don't think anyone will have a problem with the fries.
Okay. I love it. It's on my list. It'll be on my list to next time I'm in those neck of the woods. I will definitely be checking them out.
Mm-hmm.
A favorite place of ours just recently announced their grand opening, and they actually opened over the weekend. So if you're listening to this, you'll actually be able to go and
I know.
participate. Yes. And I'm super excited for it. I was gonna head out over there to it. It's on my list to be there. So I'll definitely be there in July. But I'm talking about Pom Poms.
Yay!
Official grand opening. So I'm super very excited for that, to be able to have a Mama Ling Ling and all her other sandwiches there again. Which is great because it's going to be at Henry's Depot, which the beauty of that is that, I mean, there's just, like we've talked about it before, it's a great food hall that has a lot of great bar and a great food. So you have like no excuse not to be able to, all of you go and enjoy
You are
some
not in
tasty
the mood
eats.
for a sandwich and your friend wants to go, you don't have to have a sandwich. You can
Exactly.
go somewhere else. But
Yep.
If you're in the mood for a cookie though, Pom Poms is selling Fat Ash Bakes cookies.
I love that. And I do love, and as speaking of Fat Ash Bakes, have you been to their new little location in the
I am
milk
trying
stack?
to lose weight, so no, I have not. but
They
but I
yeah.
have a Buckeye. I have one of their Buckeye cookies in my freezer to trot out the next time I'm feeling weak.
I got to go right before they opened, and I love the spot. I think it's like a perfect little spot. I love the fact that they have like a little window for people to be able to go and grab that, get some milk and cookies. I think just recently they started doing mystery bags, so you can get like a few different cookies in a bag, and you have no idea what it is.
I know
And
somebody who does a very cool mystery bag that's
yeah,
very popular when he sells his shirts.
oh, that would be me. Yes, I
Yes.
do. I do appreciate it. Yes, I do a mystery bag as well. And something about mystery bags, I think in general, I think people are obsessed. They love that. Like it's like a little bit of like, hey, I,
Unknown.
yeah, it's the unknown, but I think it's also the fact that like you're like, hey, and I was just that's what I was kind of lead to. I was like Fat Ash Bakes. I'm like, if I were to someone to say, hey, mystery bag of Fat Ash Bakes, I'd be like, okay. Like I wouldn't even like think twice because I'm like, well, I love like I'm always battling on what cookie I want to get. I was
Right.
like, so you're just gonna pick three for me? Sure. I'm like, I'll have those. So so that's the beauty of it when you have something like that you love, like if you like something and you're like, oh, I'm willing to do it. Because some people are into that and then some are not. But obviously I know for a fact people love blind boxes and blind
Control.
bags and all that stuff.
I'm just kidding. Sometimes I'm in the mood for what I'm in the mood for, and that's what I want, you know. Or I walk up to Deli Fresh and I'm like, I need the shirt with Godzilla on it,
Yep. There you go.
which remains my favorite Deli Fresh.
That is still one of my favorites as well. We'll have to figure out. I'm figuring out trying to do either a new version or a reprint of it because it is one of my favorite. It's still one of my favorite designs.
Oh my
It's just
God. Look.
I know you
Um
love that.
I do love that. This brings up something though, because I was just thinking you could do one, but like maybe because this thing is about being small but feeling big. There's a chain that I just saw that opened up in Clearwater called Sliders. Have you heard of this place? Yeah, we have to do some recon. It's a place
Okay.
that's what they sell is all different sliders. I've driven past it a few times now and I'm like, what is that place? But it's a place.
So it's all just like different sliders of different things or
I
burger
haven't done the
sliders.
research, but
Okay.
like it's called sliders and its logo looks like little teeny sliders. So I'm just assuming it's like all little itty bitty sandwiches.
Love that. It's like
Yeah.
Hawaiian rolls. I've seen a lot of
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. People
trying to
love
do
it.
all that. That's usually like a go-to for me when I go to the beach. That's like our beach go-to sandwich. We get like Hawaiian rolls and we'll slice it, make all the bunch of different, put all the deli meat, all the different
You do
things
the
on it.
whole thing and then
Yeah, and
you
then we'll just cut it
try.
up and then slide it back into the same bag, throw it in the cooler, and
That
then
is
basically,
genius. I'm gonna do that on my next beach trip just because it
yeah,
sounds fun. And
you
I'm
just
not
do
gonna
that,
tell
and then
you
you just have to cut. I mean, I pretty much the hardest part is cutting across so that you open everything up, but then you just assemble your sandwich, and then you just slice all across, so you have all the little sandwiches, but they're all there, and you just pull apart, and everything's in the bag already, and you just enjoy a sandwich while you're at the beach. I mean, this
I
is like
love it.
the time to do it.
Those are so little too. Like I feel like I
Yes.
can eat that in one bite almost.
Yes. I mean, exactly. You eat a few, you put a little turkey or whatever, and you just kind of go that route. Is there, out of curiosity, since we're in the summertime, I'm just kind of, is there, do you consume more fruits or is there a particular fruit or anything like that that you consume more of because we're in like the summer season?
I am a fruit freak. I love fruit. I eat it all the time. I eat fruit every day. But I am in the summer watermelon. Like when watermelons come back in, you don't even understand. I went to the store just to Publix. This shows you how much I love Publix. I know people give it a bad rap. The people who work in Publix are good. There's only been one time in the decades that I have lived in Florida where a Publix employee seemed annoyed to have to get something for me. It's only happened once ever. And I was like shocked. Like it shook me. I was like, somebody needs to check on that guy. Like it really did. It shook me. So I went and I bought this small watermelon. This was a few weeks ago. And it was terrible. And I'm usually so good at picking watermelon. Like I just am. All melons. I have a gift. But this one was terrible. And I cut it open and I was like, this thing was like $6 or something. It was like $4.99. I was like, I live close. I went back to the Publix. I did not bring the watermelon. I took a picture of it and I threw it away. But I went back and I showed him the thing, the guy in customer service. And I was like, I was like, I'll pay the difference. I want to get a big watermelon. And he not only, he was like, see that guy over there? Go ask that guy. I was like, I want somebody to pick one because they don't bring in this Publix, they don't bring the big ones out. So I can't, like, they use it to cut up for the bowls, but I wanted the whole water. Like, I'll eat that. It's huge, but I will eat it all. And so this guy picked me out the most. He was like, I got you. I'm going to hook you up. He went in the back. He brought me out the most gorgeous. It weighed 1,000 pounds. It had a big yellow spot on it. It made a beautiful noise when I knocked on it. I was like tottering it out to the car like this, for those of you who are watching me. And it was like the most delicious watermelon. And it's that kicked off my watermelon season. And he gave me that melon and did not charge me the $2 extra. That's how great Publix is.
I I love that you enjoy watermelon. I'm the same way. Like I literally, as soon as like it was like summer, I was like, we need a watermelon, and I'm like, and I think we've brought in the house. We're like on our fourth, maybe our fourth water. Well, we're consuming our third watermelon. I would say we've bought four watermelons, but we had the same problem you had. It was like my daughter's driving, and I said to her, I said, hey, I'm like, since you're going to Publix, can you see if you can get a watermelon? Talk to the person at Publix, ask them, or even if it was Aldi, I'm like, this is what you do. You want to find, like you said, the yellow spot. You want to tap on. You want to hear like you want to hear a certain
There's a
sound.
noise. There's a certain
Yeah,
sound
there's
that
a certain sound. I'm like, just get me a good sweet, like I need a good watermelon. And we cut it open, and when we cut it open, it was not, it was just horrible. It looked horrible. We took a picture of it, and then I was going to go back, and I was like, I'm not going back to the store with this. I just ended up
yeah,
throwing it in
no,
the,
yeah,
cutting it and just throwing it away.
yeah.
But we
It's
did
sad that I
order.
didn't have room to compost. Like, I would have
Yeah,
composted it, but there's no
correct.
way for me to do
Or
that.
if I had animals or whatever, I would give it to it. But
Yeah,
that is one of the things that I was curious about, was because like I am obsessed with eating watermelon. Like I'm like, I'd rather have just watermelon. I'll have it during lunch. I'll have it in the morning. I'll
but
have
I
it for
eat
dessert.
it until you can like physically hear it sloshing around in
Yes.
your belly.
And then I'll grab lately what I've been doing is like, so that way I'm like, in case we start getting towards the end, like I'll grab all the watermelon juice, and I'll use all that, and then I'll dump it into like a blender with some pieces of it with ice, and I'll make a smoothie out of it. And I'm just like, man, I'm like, anything watermelon, I'm like, I'm consuming.
Well, I have to say this just in case my boyfriend listens to this episode. He will sometimes quintuple filter the watermelon juice. Like, it will be the purest watermelon juice with like no bits or anything in it. And we will sometimes drink it, or we will make it into our vodka melon.
Ooh,
Like it's ice and vodka and watermelon blended up.
yes, yes,
And it
please.
is, that's all it is. There's nothing else in it. It's just watermelon, vodka, ice.
I'm gonna have that this weekend.
It's hyper hydrating for an alcoholic beverage. It's like the most hydrating anything with alcohol could be, plus electrolytes. So
Yes.
it's
Well, that's the
almost
reason why I
healthy.
like it.
It's almost healthy.
That's why I like it. That's why I like the watermelon. I'm like, you can't feel guilty eating it. And you're like, oh, well, you ate half the watermelon. Who cares? It's watermelon. It's water.
Right. It's like the most healthy, cleansing, beautiful fruit. So yeah, and the color is so gorgeous. It's just beautiful. So yeah.
Yes. So that was so yeah, I'm gonna have to get your little recipe on what I need to do in order to, what's the proper what's your little recipe for it when I have it. But I will be doing that, because that's what I'll do is like, lately I've been saving it as I start cutting
Look
it, and
here. Can you see that? Look,
yes, it looks delicious.
those are them, if you can see.
Yeah, I love it. I would totally consume one of those.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's been my big one. It's been a lot of watermelon. I pretty much almost like every, it's like now on my grocery list almost every week. I'm like, let's get a watermelon. Let's like,
I'm gonna get one today.
yeah.
I have to go eat for work. So
Oh,
I'll
that's,
hit
it
those.
sounds, to some to some that sounds like, oh, woe is me, Amy Drew.
I'm
But
not
when you have to
complaining.
eat
I'm
so
just making sure.
often, go somewhere for work, and it probably doesn't help sometimes if you aren't in the mood for what you're gonna eat. Does that happen sometimes? Like you're kind of like, well, I gotta read. I'm like, I'm writing about this, so I gotta eat
No, I
this.
mean, I always have, unless there's something very specific, like recently, and you'll see I tasted a lot of different barbecue, which is, while I like barbecue, it's just barbecue's heavy. And I'm good for barbecue for a while. And I didn't even eat because you have to eat like if you need to taste many, you can only eat a small, very small amount because it
Yeah,
adds up.
correct.
It's super rich and it's super filling. It's just like you feel like you have to take a shower.
Especially if you smell smoky. Drop a nugget on this, just since you brought up the topic of barbecue, and we're gonna wrap up. But I wanted to do has someone dethroned your at least recently? Has anyone kind of at least gotten close to your because I think your foodie award winner was Mohawk
I
barbecues.
still and I'm putting them in this article again because I
Okay.
wanna keep reminding people. It's funny, I did a piece about soul food, um, a week ago or last week because it was National Soul Food Month. It was June. By the time this airs, June will be over. And I spoke to the woman who founded it. She's a former Ebony food editor, former Southern Living food editor. She knows a lot of people in the community. Now she lives in Chicago. She's very connected to the scene there. Lovely lady. And I wanted to go to this one place. It didn't pan out that I could get there for a number of reasons. And so three of the places that I featured are places that I have featured before. And I felt like, oh, but one was new. But the fun thing is that people will sometimes say, or sometimes I'll beat myself up and I'll be like, these are places that I have featured. People know about them. And I came in this morning and it was so wonderful. I got a letter from some reader who was like, I've never heard of any of these restaurants before. So the thing is that places like you and me and all the people who follow the forums and stuff, we're all in our bubble of people who pay attention to this stuff like all the time, all day. But most people are just like out working, living their lives. And like, yes, they go to restaurants, but like, it's not like the way we do. And so you might think, oh, that place, everybody knows that place, but it's not true. Like everybody in our circle might know it, but there's new people. This is a very fast growing city. New people are moving here all the time. They might not know a restaurant that's been around. It took me a long time. I moved here 20 years ago. I didn't know about restaurants
Yeah,
then. I had
yeah.
to take time to learn about what had been here, places that were historic, places like, I don't know, just throwing a name at Cappy's, that had been here for decades
Yeah. Or
before I got
Gabriel
here. I'm
subs.
still, or Gabriel's. You know what I still
Yeah.
hear about and I didn't get a chance to eat there is Ronnie's. I still hear about Ronnie's.
I've never eaten at Ronnie's. No
Yeah,
idea.
I never got to go, but people still talk about Ronnie's. There are places so there are people who are moving here who are new, and for them, those restaurants, they need new customers too. A lot of times places close and you hear them say, everybody supports us. They say, go, 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 but nobody comes to buy a sandwich, and now we have to close. So, go. If you have a spare lunch this week, go support local. You got some spare money for lunch. We understand stuff's expensive. If you don't have the money, you don't have the money. But if you're going to go out for maybe just a lunch, go eat local. Support your local place because that's what keeps them open is buying even their dollar hot dog or whatever
Yep.
special they're
Yep.
offering. Just come in.
I was
Bring your
gonna say, one of the things you should look for, or you should, if you haven't, like, kind of figure out who has the best like happy
I'm
hour early
I'm
bird
I'm in the process.
special.
The
Yeah,
whole dollar hot dog. Oh, actually, it wasn't a special there, but I'll sneak it out. And if people hear this and they have a special like this, please contact me. If you run a restaurant, please call me or DM me. Is that I was out at the beach for my birthday and I went to Frenchie's, not the one on the beach. There are several Frenchies out there. I went to Frenchie's Original. They all have slightly different menus. I don't know if people know this because I think most people who don't live out there, that was the first place I lived when I moved to Florida. So I know that area very well and I go there all the time. And they have a Monday special at Frenchie's Originals. It's $5.75 for a half-pound burger. You can have a plate of chips or coleslaw on the side. If you want fries, you can upgrade, but that's what comes with the special. And they have like $2 drafts. They'll pick like 3 different beers. Usually local ones too are included for like a $2 draft. So it's $5.75 for the burger. And if you want the beer, you can have a $2 beer. And it's like a nice sized burger. You get a side, you know, and it's a great special, I think.
like, yeah.
And people go there for it, and the tourists go there for it, and the locals go there for it. And I want to find out who's got that kind of a special here. Like a decent size sandwich with a low key side. It doesn't have to be, but just something,
Yeah.
chips,
Yeah.
slaw, or whatever. Like under, like that was 5.75. So, something like comparable to that. Cause I think people are looking for that now.
We are. Yeah, no, for sure. I think if you can eat on a budget and have good food and still support and be able to go that route, I think that's
Yeah. Is it the best? It's a good burger. There's
yeah,
nothing wrong with it. Nobody
yeah,
would say, and you can have cheese. It's like it's a cheeseburger. So you get
yeah.
cheese if you want.
No, I love that. I think that'd be great. I think that'll be a fun article that I think a lot of people. So yeah, if you have a place that you have that's like a deal or something that you know of that the places offer, I definitely think you should definitely share with Amy Drew.
Yeah. Lunch
Def
deal, early bird. I talked recently about Perea in Maitland has a great happy hour. I think they do the same thing at Bosphorus, but Perea has that great bar. I think it's 3 to 6, 7 days a week. Every single thing in the bar is half price. Everything. Top
awesome.
shelf to, rail liquor, wines, beers, everything is half price. And they already have pretty reasonable craft cocktails there, like more so because I've been going out and seeing $17, $18 prices on some of these cocktails. They don't have that. So they're like $11.50 cocktail, or they're $11.
Yeah,
Margarita is $5.50 and it's premium liquor.
I love it.
You got a
I love
3 hour
it.
window and it's on the weekends too. So you don't have to drink,
Yeah, no, yeah, you don't have to
go
drink on
back
the
to the
week during
office.
the week. I love that. Great show, great catching up with you. If you definitely enjoy, subscribe, tell your friends. If you definitely hit us up, let us know, give us your recommendations on any type of food, anything that you're like, hey, I came across this. Definitely let us know. We're all about it. We're all about trying to eat
If
and
you don't like something,
yeah.
tell us.
Yeah, why not? Tell me. I don't care. Tell me what you dislike, or you could be like, "Hey, I didn't agree with this." I will say it's funny because I keep seeing people talking about chicken tenders and things like that, and I laugh when people start writing things, and I'm just like, "Oh, come on! Just listen to our episode or read the article. We've
We
already
didn't
rated what's
talk
what."
about it. Can we just like pour a little of that happy hour beverage out for Chicken Guy?
Yeah, chicken
Chicken
guy.
Guy closed.
Yeah, so sad. That clock, the cluck block or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
that
It's
block
down
is like
one member,
slowly.
but
That is like, yeah,
I'll
it's
be here
down
all
one.
week.
Well, Popeyes is also gone. Popeyes was also gone on that row, so now it's like literally PDQ and Chick-fil-A, I think.
Oh my God,
Um,
there's only two chicken tender restaurants within sight distance of one another.
Yeah, so
How
I
we
think
never
that's
live.
it. I think that's it. I mean, still people go to drive to go see Jam Hot, have a chicken sandwich there.
Yeah,
You'll
Jam Hot
thank
Chicken.
us. You'll thank us.
Mhm.
And if you're in Sanford and you feel like chicken and one can go get Pom Poms and then the other one can go and get sweet and salty. And
Oh yeah,
get
you
Amy
finally
Drew's
tried it.
favorite. Get
Yeah,
Amy Drew's favorite sandwich as
that is
well
a good chicken
on
sandwich.
there. Yep. Yep, exactly. And yeah, plenty of options for food or chicken and all of that, but definitely definitely go check it out. Let's go support some small businesses whenever you can, if you can. And yeah, and if you have any deals that you're like, hey, this works out really well. I love doing this on a shop, stopping somewhere and getting a half off somewhere because I'm
Me,
going in
me,
early.
my
Let us know.
emails at Amy Drew on Instagram.
Yeah, Amy Droo,
Yeah,
not
AMYDROO.
yeah.
Or you can find me at the Sentinel and email me through there.
Or heck, I mean, even if you send it to us over on this, we'll make
But
sure
yeah,
she gets it.
you can
You can
DM
send it
Let's
to
Eat
lunch.
Orlando. I
Yeah,
forgot.
Let's Eat Orlando. You could do the Let's Eat Orlando. We both see the DMs and the things on there. So yeah, go check it out. But thanks for coming on. Thanks for listening. Amy Drew, always great. And
We'll do it again.
keep eating and supporting local, everyone.
Indeed.